Mode here and ready to go on that with no problem whatsoever. It is Friday night. It's a beautiful night, a little on the hazy side. We've got a lot of pollutants stacking up out there. Air quality is not great and probably will not be improving much until we get into the next couple of days, until we get some more rainfall out there. Gotten a lot of problems out into around portions of the mid-plain states, Iowa, Nebraska, just north and northeast of Kansas, picking up some pretty ugly weather tonight, including some active tornado warnings around Des Moines, Iowa. Those looking some pretty ugly conditions for right now. Not too great in the way of anything out that direction. We're not picking up anything right now, so good news there. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onek. This is Weather Overtime, your online video weather blog enabling you the opportunity to take a look and see what's going on with weather. Let me just double check that we are on YouTube and to make certain that everything is where it needs to be, because as of right now, we're not picking up anything. Okay, we are good to go, and just want to make certain there's audio available because we want to make certain that everybody can hear as well as see you in there. It is, again, as I said, Friday night. We're watching downtown Chattanooga, the lights of AT&T Field, as the Chattanooga Wreckers for tonight and the weekend. No longer the Lookouts. They're the Chattanooga Wreckers with their partnership with the International Towing Wrecker Museum right across the street here from News 12. So for the weekend, no longer the Lookouts. They'll be the Chattanooga Wreckers. So if you'd like to know more about that, head to their website. We're waiting for the end of the game. They're in the bottom of the ninth right now. The score is tied 5-all, and we're going to be waiting for the fireworks to get going here. Tonight is Friday night, so it's Fireworks Friday. So we'll see that coming up here pretty soon. But for right now, not much of anything else going on just yet. Hopefully, again, we'll get to that before we get to the end of the netcast. So for right now, let's see what else we've got. Let's just go ahead and get going for the time being. If you've never been here before on Twitch or YouTube, this is our online video weather blog. We cover the areas of southeast Tennessee, northeastern Alabama, back into northwestern and north central Georgia, and a very small portion, Cherokee County in western North Carolina. So that's our viewing area, and that's where we try to make certain we cover with the best weather information. We'll talk more about the forecast coming up here in just a little bit. We're live on Twitch and YouTube for the station's YouTube page, not my own personal one. We'll post a video of that coming up a little bit later on. But if you'd like to watch more, I'm on all these social media pages. Facebook, if you're listening, I'd really like to get back on Facebook. I've given you my ID. I don't know why you keep rejecting it. Your help department apparently needs help. So at some point, I would love to know why you're still rejecting my identifications on there after somebody from New Orleans tried to hack my account. So for right now, thank you, Facebook, for keeping me out of the loop, and I can't get back into the loop until you say something on there. Let's go ahead and get going. Again, you've seen a little bit of downtown, but let's see if we've got anything else happening. It looks like we're still at the end of the ninth. It looks like we're going into extra innings from downtown, so we'll be waiting to see more about what's going on with the forecast coming up here, and maybe some fireworks for the end of the show. Not sure. We'll take a look at that in just a little bit. Plainview Outdoor Advertising Camera on the EPB Fiber Optics WeatherCam network, of which you can get to by going to WDEF.com. Hazy view off to the southwest, quiet at 153 and 64 overpass. Downtown on the Patriot Concrete camera, the lights of AT&T Field lighting up quite nicely. Traffic on both directions on I-24 moving along very nicely. Likewise, lit up quite well downtown, just across the river from AT&T Field. Little on the fuzzy side. We'll have to work on the autofocus there. Apologies for that. A lot of folks around Coolidge Park. Got the Seafood Festival coming up this weekend. Might be dropping by that. We'll have to see there. And then a lot of folks out on the footbridge earlier on tonight, but otherwise not doing too bad for folks getting out and about. We showed this view of Erlanger Hospital on the Chattanooga Zoo webcam right along 3rd Street because of the air quality out there, which was not exactly poor, but it certainly wasn't great from earlier on. So it would be nice to be able to get some clearer skies in here, but for right now, looks like we're going to be seeing some pretty hazy conditions. In the meantime, the air quality monitor on the other side of the hospital was picking up almost unhealthy air for today. And from the website Shoot I Smoke, just breathing the air in downtown Chattanooga, that's like smoking a 1 1/10 cigarette per day. So that gives you an idea as to what's going on. Particulate pollution is the main thing, and that's smoke in the atmosphere. That's from things like wildfires. So it's been pretty well not any good news out there. And still, even at 10 o'clock, we are seeing some very bad air quality. Matter of fact, from the air quality monitors down on Martin Luther King Jr. and along 8th Street from aqicn.org, we've got air quality monitors in the 90s at this time. So we've got some decently bad air quality. I'm wondering what's going to happen. The winds are out of the southeast, so it's possible that when the fireworks go off at AT&T Field, we may see some of that smoke left over and filter around the downtown, but the winds are out of the southeast, so maybe that'll take care of some of that air pollution from the fireworks and move them away back to the north. So that, again, could be a bit of a concern for later on. But, again, you can see kind of gray conditions looking at this. That's the haze in the atmosphere, and that's what we're going to continue to see throughout the rest of the next couple of days. From the last few hours, we were at about 80. It looks like we're down, according to the Air Quality Index from the Environmental Protection Agency. We are currently at a yellow moderate category with number 77. That's just below where we were not too long ago. So not doing too good on, we're not terrible, but we're definitely not great clear air out there, which would be nice, but I don't think we're going to be getting that anytime soon. You can also see some of that air pollution going on from the 2475 junction Tomahawk crane and rigging camera. You can usually see well off into the distance the lights on top of Signal Mountain, but you can't see them tonight because of all the particulate matter, the smoke and soot in the atmosphere from some of those wildfires. Look at the street lights as well. That's not rain. That's just the haze of the smog that is out there. Some of that's pollutants from, again, fossil fuels. A lot of that is wildfires, and we'll take a look and see if the VEERS system is back up and working here in just a little bit. From the airport, just over the horizon on this picture, 71 degrees, southeast winds about 8 miles per hour, and the dew point's a lot higher than what it was, closer to the air temperature, but it's not enough to really give us anything in the way of rainfall. We do not have anything showing up at this time. Where it comes, we did have some chances of showers out there. The radar around High Top is picking up, again, all sorts of things like dust, pollutants, not much of anything involving rainfall at this time, and didn't realistically have a great chance of seeing anything else. Now, going a little farther back to our north and west, we have picked up a decent amount of problems, and all the way up into portions of Nebraska toward about Iowa, and this is still ongoing as we're going on with weather overtime at this point. We have seen some pretty ugly conditions out there, and we're still looking for the potential of a lot more activity through the rest of the night. So if you have anybody up around Des Moines in south central areas of Iowa, they are already under some tornado warnings. Interesting that they've just reissued a tornado watch for that area, but we are picking up again a good chain of these storms. Looks like they've circulated or recycled, I should say, and some good signatures of tornadoes on the south side of these storms coming on through right back around the Osceola area. That, again, could be a problem. This is, again, well to our northwest. We do not have anything going on in the way of clouds. We've got some showers, what's left of them gone over North Carolina, and then some showers and a couple of tornado warnings back toward the west of us. But this stuff is not going to be an issue for us anytime soon. It is going to be quiet. It is going to be dry. And I'm really getting tired of this monitor clicking off for whatever reason. Sorry about that. That does happen. Why, I'm not entirely too sure. For right now, again, if you got any plans for outdoors for the weekend, go ahead and keep them, because we're not going to be seeing any chances of rain around this area. It's going to be very much on the dry side. Let's see about air quality, if you're going to stay up there for that. We've again got some not great air quality. We're just on the cusp of being unhealthy. Also not good down to the east of... Will you stop doing that? What is going on? Sorry, this computer is starting to annoy me here. Down toward the east of Atlanta, that's where we're picking up also some unhealthy air going on. Let me see if the VEERS system is back operational again, because we lost a good amount of data. And it looks like maybe it is not. Okay, well, the Visible Infrared Imaging Radiometer Suite, or VEERS system, not showing anything in the way of new fire. Okay, well, I guess it is working. There's just no fires around our area, but notice all the red dots down to our south and a decent plume of smoke being drawn up with that storm system back to the west. So good news, we don't have any fires taking place here. Bad news is that as of right now, we've got very good conditions for wildfires, and that's the way it's going to be staying for the time being. Winds out of the southeast, that is where we're getting the moisture. It's feeling a little more sultry out there as we get into the rest of the evening. We've got that decent-sized storm system way back up toward about the Missouri River Valley, and this thing has intensified quite nicely, so that as it makes its way through the mid-plain states, the Great Plains, this is where we're going to be seeing some more problems. So from anywhere up around the western Great Lakes all the way down to almost the Gulf of Mexico, there's going to be a pretty good potential of severe weather taking place here into the next couple of days. Notice at right now, we have little, if anything, really going on where we are. We do not have any sign of any of this rain making its way toward us. All of these storms are going up to the northeast, and we do not see any chance of severe weather. The Storm Prediction Center is placing the possibility of severe weather west of the Mississippi. So for us over here in the Chattanooga, Tennessee River Valley area, maybe some thunderstorms by next week. We'll talk about that in just a bit, but for right now, we really don't have a lot going on anytime soon. So the weekend looks pretty good. Now tomorrow morning, cloudy, cool, not bad. Temperatures back into the mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow we should see temperatures nice into about the mid to upper 70s. If we get more sunshine, we'll be even warmer, but mainly upper 70s tomorrow. Back into around the mid to upper 50s to lower 60s for Sunday morning, and then into Sunday afternoon, a beautiful latter half of the weekend. We do not have, again, any sign of rain all the way through the weekend. Sunday evening looks dry, very comfortable. Monday morning, getting the kids to school, getting up for that early jog. Better chance of showers and thunderstorms with that approaching system well back to our west. And that, again, will be a problem for them, mainly in the mid-south, not anywhere close to where we are. Going for midday, lunchtime, dismissal time for the kids. Monday afternoon, more chances of showers and thunderstorms well back to our west. And then as we go toward Monday evening, that is where we might see the potential for some more problems out there where it comes to some showers and thunderstorms, maybe. And that's going to be by News 12 at 11 on Monday evening. The good news is the lookouts are not playing on Monday or Tuesday, so they won't get anything in the way of a rainout. So that's good news. But we could see some rougher weather coming on through. And overnight into Tuesday morning, there is the potential of some stronger weather popping up, heavier thunderstorms. Again, this far out, it's a need to take the forecast with a grain of salt because things can change that far in advance. But for right now, as of Friday evening, the Storm Prediction Center is not giving us anything in the way of severe weather. Now, after this front comes through, again, we'll be staying in the warm conditions. Warm air pushes up from the plain states, so this cold front will only knock on our doorstep up into Kentucky. But this part of the system, that's signaling more warm air coming our way. And I'll just bet that if it hasn't been updated yet, or even if it has, and it has, we are looking at a very warm end to April and a very warm start to May. I don't think this means a heat wave. I do think it means we're going to be getting some very warm conditions coming up. So we do see that possibility of some toasty conditions out there. Does that mean we're going to be seeing the possibility of rain in our semi-near future? Well, that's a possibility. We'll take a look here. Stay tuned while my camera gears up, and we will plug in the 7-day forecast to see what is coming our way. Clouds over Island Cove, Marina, and Resort. We did have some nice breezes dappling the surface of Lake Chickamauga, but no problems with visibility here. A little hazy, but otherwise not bad, and some sky shine out there, so not too totally terrible. So for Sunday, mostly cloudy skies. For Sunday, more sunshine and temperatures back in the lower to mid 80s. We see again temperatures staying pretty much in the 80s through the weekend into next week, and lows back in the 50s and 60s. So I really think we've turned the corner on anything involving frost. Really not seeing much of anything else out there in the problems of very cold weather coming up. Matter of fact, mid 50s next Friday morning, but that's about as cool as it gets. Best chance of thunderstorms Monday night into Tuesday morning, and then lingering throughout the rest of the day on Tuesday. Coming up Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week, that is where we see the potential of some isolated showers and thunderstorms. I don't think this is going to be a washout, but again, as we go past state testing season for the schools and we start getting into more in the way of outdoor field day and winding down school activities toward about the end of the year coming up pretty soon, you're going to have to watch the radar and keep it tuned to News 12 for more information as we keep you advised as to what may be out there, because you may have to get the kids back indoors again right after you run them out for field day. So pay attention to the weather out there, school administrators, principals, and the teachers. Let's all work together to make certain everybody stays safe from the weather. After that, again, extended forecast. We're not really looking at a lot of problems for now, but we do have the potential of some drier weather on the other side of this forecast as we hit the first weekend of May 2024. So hopefully some good news on that, but again, not really seeing a lot in the way of any concerns taking place here. Again, severe weather chances, we're not seeing anything at this time. We'd love to be able to take a look a little further up, but the severe weather forecasts can only go so far. So for the time being, the Storm Prediction Center's forecast will hold into the weekend. That could change, so definitely want to keep it tuned to News 12 for more information there, and we will keep you advised. Weather window picture of the day sponsored by Langley Roofing. Thank you very much, Porker Parson from Tracy City, Tennessee. The putting on the dog, getting a little bit more in the way of fashion and staying safe when it comes to the eclipse, wearing those good safety glasses. I'm glad the pupper enjoyed the show there, and hopefully everybody else did in Tracy City, Tennessee. Got pictures? Please send them in to us. Pictures@WDEF.com for the email, or just email them or go to WDEF.com/photos. Drop your pictures off and see what everybody else has been submitting, or you can drop them to our Facebook, X, or Instagram pages just to make certain that we're getting the information in, and yours could be the next weather window picture of the day, sponsored by Langley Roofing. The almanac for the day showing again a high of 80, just above normal, and a low of 61, much above normal. Record high hasn't been broken since 1986. So we are picking up again some fairly mild conditions out there. No rain. We are behind for both April and 2024, so we could definitely and desperately need and could get, I would hope, some rainfall in the semi-near future, but this could go down. If we don't get any rain in about the next 3 to 4 days, this is going to go down as a very dry April, so we'll see what happens with that. Going into tomorrow for the outdoors forecast, it is going to be toasty out there with mostly cloudy skies for much of the day and breezy conditions out there, which means also that if you are going to be setting up to go out and thwart the gopher, you may see the potential of some winds could be some slices or hook potential out there, and could be choppy driving as well. So please keep that in mind if you're going to be out and about doing anything out there. Anywhere you are, getting around could be, again, a little sloppy across the area. All right, so for our friendinroofing.com weather poll question of the day, since 1950, Alaska has had how many documented tornadoes? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Not huge range in choices there, but the hang on a second, my Twitch feed just shut off. I don't know why. Okay, so the answer to that, and if you voted at wdef.com/vote now, thank you very much. The answer is 4. This information from Canada's Weather Network. Neat fact on that, something that you really don't think about, and it's interesting to note that all 50 states have had tornadoes in modern times that we know of. So neat to be able to see that. But the majority of votes went to 3 tornadoes. That got 58% of the vote. A tie 3-way for 1, 2, and 4. So thanks to everybody who participated in our poll. Thanks to friendinroofing.com for being our sponsor. And if you'd like to be a sponsor like EPB or Friend in Roofing or Island Cove or any of our other sponsors for the cameras, please give us a shout. We'd love to be able to hear from you, so let us know more about that. Brand new poll goes up at midnight, so definitely want to stay tuned for more on that. With News 12. Let's see what's going on with the wreckers tomorrow before we start finishing things up. We're going to have to wrap things up here in just a little bit. We see again tomorrow the special event, the Wreckers, not the Lookouts, but the Wreckers will be playing the Birmingham Barons again. Winds will be out of the southeast tomorrow, a little breezy. No rain expected anywhere through the weekend, so play ball conditions out there. Clouds will be sticking around, and a very mild start, middle 7th inning stretch, and finish to the day. So 7:15 p.m. Saturday, head out and enjoy the Wreckers versus the Barons in the second to last game of this series. They'll play a matinee game coming up on Sunday, so you should be able to see a little bit more going on there, and should be a gorgeous Sunday afternoon to see what's happening there. Okay, no good news from AT&T Field for tonight. They are in the bottom of the 10th. It was tied 5-all by the time we started this weathercast. The game is still going on, so we're still waiting for the fireworks. As of right now, the Barons have picked up another 2 runs, so that makes it 7-5 in the bottom of the 10th. So hopefully the Lookouts will be able to make those 2 up. They could use a win right about now. Rooting for them as much as possible. They've had a rough start to this season, so hopefully they're able to pick up the pace and get back into a winning mode here pretty soon. That should pretty much about do it for weather overtime for tonight. So we're going to go ahead and turn things back to your regular Friday night schedule. Hopefully we'll catch some of those fireworks, and we'll put those up on social media if the game doesn't last too much longer out there. Again, if you're just joining us on YouTube or Twitch, this is Weather Overtime from News 12 in downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee. Glad to have you aboard. Thanks for joining up and watching what's going on here for tonight. Love to be able to bring you more local weather in a more personable format than just 3 minutes at a regular TV weathercast on there. Questions, concerns, complaints, if you absolutely must, email address aonic@wdef.com, and let us know. If there's something you'd like to see more of, let us know. If there's something that you'd like to see less of me talking about, please let us know on that too. If you've got tips on a story, go to our website, wdef.com, at the bottom of the screen, and that again is where we will be able to help see what is going on. We get information from our viewers to let us know more about what is happening around the community. If you've got an event coming up that we could cover, please let us know more about that as far in advance as possible, so we can get it on our calendar. If you call it up while the event is happening, the day it's happening, and there's other stuff going on, we may not be able to make it to your event. So if you can, please give us as much heads up as you possibly can to let us know what is going on, and we'd be glad to see if we can fit that in. A lot of our story suggestions come from you. So again, please give us an idea as to what's going on out there, and it looks like we are just about ready to get the fireworks going. The game is over with downtown. Birmingham wins 7-5 over Chattanooga, so not a good night again for the hometown team. We'll have more on your forecast through the weekend. Meteorologist Todd Heislip will have your forecast Saturday and Sunday nights at 11 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, so stay tuned for more on that. And we'll be monitoring our website through the weekend, and I'll be back next week to keep you updated on what is going on, so definitely want to stay tuned for more there. Live and direct, Friday night, the 26th of April. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onek. Thank you very much for joining us for Weather Overtime for tonight. Here's hoping you have a pleasant, a very nice, very joyful, and a safe weekend. Let's be careful out there, and we'll see you again coming up